guys, how's it going? Channel update for the month of November. Gosh, 2016 is almost over. 2016 has been one hell of a year, I'll tell you that. This year looked like the most incredible year at the beginning, and like now that it's almost over, I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, I'm sure most of us are sitting here. We're just like, oh gosh. So, if you can't tell already, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm afraid of catching a cold or something like that, which is unfortunate because I usually get sick about once or twice a year, and when I get sick, it's usually like for like a week and a half long. Like most of the time, I'm not sick. It's just that when I do get sick, that one or two times a year, it just happens to be for a very long time. So, unfortunately, I may feel like this for like the next week or so, which is gonna just completely suck, but let's hope not. I'm just starting now to take something. I'm not feeling too under the weather. I just kind of have a runny nose a little bit at the moment, so I'm hoping that I can kind of turn it around and kind of save myself, but it may already be too late. So this month, what I'm going to talk about is some of the big events that are happening. It is a big month. I'm also going to detail some stuff that I have planned for the channel, some stuff that you guys are going to be able to see. And more or less this next month and December as well, the next 2 months really, are going to be more of a transitional phase as we transition into 2017, because 2016, like I said, was a really tough year. I mean, this year in particular, my YouTube channel didn't prosper. It also didn't really fall. It was just kind of stagnant, you know, where it was. It was like just a straight line. There was no progress, and there was no like downfall of anything that was happening. Which is also kind of, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because I'm not, it's good because I'm not falling anywhere, right? Like my content, and in terms of my subscriber base, it didn't dip significantly. It's still around the 15,000 mark. The thing that sucks is that there's no progress, and I'm one of those people that just hates when there's no progress being made. I'm always like, come on, we gotta keep working, we gotta keep working, we gotta keep working. And when something, you know, when things get in the way and they prevent progress, it really just starts to annoy me and piss me off. That's all right though, okay? Because 2017, I really plan to turn it around. I want to start doing things a little bit more positively. And it was really just a bunch of this stuff that happened earlier this year. Like I said, the first half of this year with its roller coaster ride with not only myself, but also people I know and care about. We're also going through very hard times, and it's going to be nice to be able to, you know, just start fresh in 2017. I'm going to have content, really cool, exciting content that you guys have been waiting months for that's going to happen in that year. And it's going to be a really cool month overall. So I really hope that you guys will just sort of look forward to the new stuff that is coming out, and hopefully it will turn out well. So to start off with this month, there's one significant game that's actually, no wait, there's two significant games. I completely forgot about the other one. There's two big games that are coming out that I'm personally excited for and that I am getting. One is Dishonored 2, which I already have pre-ordered on my PC, got it for 32 bucks. Yes. The second is Final Fantasy 15. Now, Square Enix has already billed me. They have already billed me and took the money out for my Ultimate Edition version of the game. So when I do get that game, I will be getting the ultimate version of the game, the Ultimate Edition, I think it's called, which there's only 30,000 of them available in the world. It's a very rare collector's edition, and even though I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan, I really have taken an interest as of, you know, late to really just kind of go out and, instead of buying collector's editions for all these cool games that I'm kind of looking forward to, only buy collector's editions that are rare and that have value to them. And Final Fantasy 15's Ultimate Edition not only is a game I'm really looking forward to, but it's an edition of the game, a collector's edition of the game, that is extremely rare and extremely profitable, and it's definitely, I think, is going to be much more valuable as time goes on. So I have it pre-ordered for the PS4. I'm going to be getting it. I don't know if I'm going to be getting it on release, and the reason is because I chose the cheapest shipping. I'm already being charged. I think the total for my whole transaction was about $305. That's crazy. $305 for a collector's edition of the game. The game better be good, and that collector's edition better be valuable. Because if it's not, then it's really gonna piss me off. It's gonna be like another Destiny again. Ugh. So that being said, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a big unboxing coming out this month. But there is even an earlier unboxing happening next week. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, I have already held the box for the PlayStation 4 Pro. We got them in at my work, all right? And it's a pretty heavy box. It's actually bigger than the original PlayStation 4 box. It is a bigger console overall. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this console. One of the key points, obviously, is the 4K upscaled gaming, I guess, along with HDR support. Now, the original PS4 did get updates to support HDR. That's great, you know, but what I really do want to do is sit down and play some of these upcoming games in 4K and in HDR mode. Now, some of you guys may question, hey, you are playing on a monitor, you don't have an HDR compatible display, you know, they don't have HDR for monitors yet. That technology is not integrated into monitor technology yet. But also, you don't have a 4K display either. So what is the point? Well, there's two reasons, all right? Number one, you get benefits even if you are a 1080p player with the PlayStation 4 Pro. You're supposed to get either improved image quality or improved frame rate or both, all right? So you're guaranteed to get something. So that alone was a win-win for me because I'm like, well, listen, I may not have a 4K display. I'll still be able to play games in 1080p with super sampled anti-aliasing or in 60 frames per second with like ultra high graphics. That'll look nice. Now, that being said, I did mention that I was looking forward to playing games in 4K and HDR, the upscaled 4K, whatever it's going to be called, in HDR. How am I going to do that without the display? Well, you guys know Jake. I go to his house every week. He actually has a TV, and I just found this out. I didn't even know this before. He has an HDR compatible TV. I got the Xbox One S, I took it over there and I plugged it in, and I actually beat Forza Horizon 3 yesterday at his house and played it in upscaled 4K and in HDR. And the game really looked good. HDR really helped bring to life certain scenes in the game. What I most noticed, I didn't notice it much when it came to the overall playing it. It was like, okay, you know, there's some cool highlights here. What really took it away though was the colors, and it was the detail in the colors and how vibrant the colors were, and also the range of colors that were displayed. That is what really took it away more than anything. Now, there were some high points in 4K, or rather in HDR mode, and that's when like the sun was really like blasting into the frame of the camera. The TV got really bright, and I noticed that when I switched over to HDR mode, the TV settings changed. It actually bumped up the backlight and the contrast to maximum speed, and I was like, what happened to my calibration settings? Because the TV was calibrated, you know, using whatever calibration settings that ratings.com gave me. So it's like, okay, the TV's been calibrated, but I actually realized that what the TV was doing was compensating for the brightness levels. And a typical HDR TV, to really understand that full range of brightness, you need a TV that can display like 700 nits, even thousands of nits of brightness. And currently, unless you're ready to spend over $2,000 on a TV, the maximum nits of brightness that you'll typically get on a TV is around 500 or less. So that being said, the TV was trying to compensate for more brightness by pumping up the backlight as well as the contrast and trying to make it more brighter when it came to it. But there were some really cool moments. What really took it away more so than the actually playing games in HDR was watching 4K HDR movies. And the reason I'm going into detail about this is because I am going to be doing a video on my opinions of watching 4K movies and watching or playing games in HDR with upscale 4K on the Xbox One S. I do actually want to get my overall impressions. I may be waiting until after the PS4 Pro comes out to do that video, because then I'll have a broader spectrum of what it's like, and to really experience games in HDR format like that, and just a much more variety of different games rather than, well, I just have Forza right now, so only Forza is the most compatible HDR game that Xbox has. This way I'll have both. Now, that's the main stuff that's coming up, alright? So you guys got two unboxings. You got PS4 Pro, the Final Fantasy 15 Ultimate Edition. You guys also have some vlogs in there, some discussion vlogs with my opinions on gaming in HDR and upscale 4K. And in terms of actually, I don't really want to do a gaming in 4K because I already kind of did that with my PC, but really it's going to be about gaming in HDR and also watching 4K Blu-rays and watching them in HDR mode. That is going to be a really good video, and I really want to go into detail about what it's really like to experience, you know, that type of content and stuff that basically is out there, and all you have to do is get a nice TV and an Xbox One S, or really no, an Xbox One S if you want 4K Blu-rays, and you know, an HDR compatible display. That's really good. That's all you need. So we'll go into detail about that, but I really am excited to check out, you know, the cool stuff that's coming out with the new PS4 Pro. I think it's gonna be really exciting. The price point is really good, so it's not gonna be a huge investment. It's still a pretty cheap console overall. Now that being said, Dishonored 2 also comes out this month, and I'm not ignoring that game. I'm really looking forward to it. I love the first Dishonored. It was one of my favorite stealth games of last generation, right up there with Deus Ex Human Revolution. So I'm really looking forward to Dishonored 2. I think it's going to be really good, and I already have the game pre-ordered. I want to do gameplay and stuff like that, and I'll probably do an impressions video and maybe some cool, you know, gameplay sequence videos, you know, as time goes on. I'll try to fill up this month with content and stuff. I do want to confirm that I will be going to the Game Awards 2016 again. I went last year when they kind of rebooted it. So I'm going to be going again this year. I did get 2 tickets, so me and Jake will be heading over there, and we'll probably give our thoughts and feelings about what we saw, but that's not until December, and so I'm not going to talk about that yet, but I just want to mention to you guys, yes, I have confirmed tickets to go to the Game Awards. Alright guys, so that's it for the channel update. Kind of short and sweet. Just wanted to get in there and kind of touch up on a few topics. I skipped a channel update for October. Sorry about that, by the way. Just didn't have enough time. But I'm kind of nailing down my schedule a little bit more. I'm kind of understanding that I can't push myself too hard, that I'm going to feel tired, but trying to do things in bursts rather than all at once, alright? So again, look forward to PlayStation 4 Pro unboxing, Final Fantasy 15's Ultimate Edition unboxing. You got the impressions for Dishonored. You got my thoughts and feelings on HDR gaming, my thoughts and feelings on 4K Blu-rays with HDR, and on top of that, if I have time, my thoughts and feelings on Final Fantasy 15. We'll probably do Final Fantasy 15 PS4 versus PS4 Pro, the difference in experience between those games, because that's, you know, one of the games that it's going to be really important, because it's going to be graphically demanding, that game. They claim that they optimized it for PS4 Pro. The game's already gone gold, but I'm really hoping that they really spent a lot of time for the Pro version, and it still performs really good on the base PS4. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you all for watching this channel update. If I didn't touch upon a topic, please let me know, and I will reply to you in the comments and let you know what I have regarding whatever you asked. Alright? Thanks guys. I'll talk to you later.